ask the
Can I
question.
say my name is Joe Blair and I've been shaping for 250 years?
Of course, please
That's
do.
that's what we want you to.
My name is Joe Blair and I've been shaping for 250 years and it's been a great ride through the whole thing. I started surfing in Cocoa Beach when I was 11 years old. It was a James and O'Hara board. And I made my own boards out of wood, out of 1x12s before that. Because I built boats with my dad. My dad and we built about 4 boats together. So, you know, it was in my blood to design and shape and build. When I got to Hawaii and met Dick Brewer and saw what he was doing, that was a great inspiration. But I couldn't afford RB to shape my boards, so I got a couple other guys to do the boards for me. And because Hawaii was always ahead of designing at the time, way ahead of everywhere in the world. That's why everybody came there to have RB shaped boards for them. On the beach. Well, you know, he was living on the North Shore building boards, and the North Shore at that time was really small. There was only a few people, you know, there then. And so I got to meet him, got to surf with him for a bit. So I started in '72 making boards with him, and that was great, man. So I got to know him, got to be friends of mine, and then a friend of mine I brought to there from the East Coast, from Maryland, and he was sold surfboards up and down the East Coast. And I said, hey, well, let's make some boards for you, and Dick will shape them. So he's all excited having Dick Brewer shape his boards. And then I happened to have one of my boards sitting there, and Dick was looking at it. He goes, wow, I really like the shape on this. It looks good, because I just had started making boards. And the guy said, hey, let's make some boards. I have money, and I want some of your boards. I can sell your boards back east. So I started making Dick's boards in '72, and Donald Takayama let me use his shaping room to make our first batch of boards. And from then on, it was just fun as hell. Well, Dick is really a nice guy. He's just a good, warm-hearted person. So it was easy to get along with him because he was a happy kind of guy. And so I knew him from surfing, and you know, he was shaping boards and everything, so I got to know him fairly well even before I started working for him. Well, we both built airplanes. We were designing airplanes, little model airplanes, both of us, and I found this out later on. So we had that in us to design. We were natural born designers. And I think that's what makes a good shaper, is somebody can surf good and a good designer, a good craftsman. That's what makes a good shaper. If you're missing one of those, you got a long road to get better. Well, for some reason, he knew to soften up the rails, because they were all the other shapers had really hard edges, and they would chatter and dig rails a little bit. But he softened that rail up. Of course, had the great outlines as well. And you put all that together with that great bottom rocker he had, nice nose kick with a fast bottom, speed spot between your feet. You add all that up, and he's just killing it. I mean, look, all the guys that were famous shapers and surfers, they all rode his boards before they ever shaped. So that's it in a nutshell, you know. Well, it was a unique design with that channel in the nose, because it has edges, and when you would get it in the face of the wave, you could feel it engage and get a little bite and punch. And it was just something we did for a little bit there. And we only put it on specialty boards. And what's unique about surfboards is all the boards that were ever built, there's a storyline behind it, the art of it. and it's history. All the boards throughout that were made is history.